What's up, guys? Going to be doing a little bit of a review here. I want to go ahead and say that this review is promotional. I was offered compensation for doing the review, just to make that clear. What we're going to be looking at today is the AZDOME PG-17 11.8-inch touchscreen dash cam backup camera combo. Clips onto your mirror and replaces it. We're going down the road right here. I'm about to be pulling into my apartment, and you'll get to see how the backup lines and everything look like that. So it took me a little while to get it installed. I have an issue with my cord, and by that I mean I messed the cord up. I messaged AZDOME about that, and they were able to send me a new cord free of charge and an extension. So big thanks to them, really good customer service. It took a while to get here, but other than that, you know, I mean, free cord, free extension cord, which is something I needed, and I hadn't even mentioned to them that I needed, and they just threw it in the package. So I got it installed, and as you can see, I've got it ran behind everything, so there's not a bunch of cords sticking out. Plugs in right there at 12 volt. You've got the backup camera connected on the rear bumper with a 4-pin connection. So yeah, let's see how this backs up real quick. You can see it goes into full backup camera mode. And obviously this does not flash the way you're seeing on the camera. That is just from one camera recording another. I'm not really sure what causes that effect, but it happens with everything. And yeah, just like that, we're backed in. So I want to go ahead, take a minute, maybe look at some of the functions with y'all. Right now I've got it set to split screen, and I've got the GPS module attached right there. And what that does is that tells you how fast you're going, and then if you see in that corner, the little green dot means that the GPS is running. Red dot, it's recording. Over here you've got your timestamp and all that. And yeah, it works really good. The GPS module, I actually didn't know this, I only hooked it up today. You can actually get online and you can download an AZDOME media player, and you can actually watch everywhere you've been. It's kind of like a navigational review. I thought that was super cool. I don't have a computer, so it doesn't really help me, but you might be interested. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna click up here, and when you want to go to settings, you have to click stop recording. We'll go over some of these. Obviously that's the record button. You got your mic button, you can turn that on and off. A picture button for still frames, you can lock it, I guess, so the settings aren't being messed with. And then you can look at your video. So let's take a look at some of the videos. So you have your front facing camera and your rear facing camera to look at the files. So you can see these 6 files, and then their parallel is going to be the reverse. We got no there, nothing there, and nothing there. I just formatted this before I took this drive. So we can take a look at one of the videos real quick. Watch everywhere you've been. It's kind of like a navigational review. I thought that was super cool. I don't have a computer, so it doesn't really help me, but you might be interested. So we're gonna go ahead and so you can kind of hear the speaker on that, and you can obviously tell the microphone works. It actually works pretty well. And you have your delete button, your lock button, so that a file doesn't get deleted. Maybe you got in a wreck or something like that. Then of course you have your rear facing, so you can hear me say those same things again. Everywhere you've been, it's kind of like a navigational review. I thought that was super Obviously you can fast forward, you can skip to another video if you'd like. So that's my rear view recording as I'm driving. It looks really good. You can't really tell with my camera. It does not do this justice. I mean, this is crystal clear picture. It makes a world of difference. I think it has 180 degree wide angle view. Very good. Replaces your normal mirror very nicely. So we'll back out of there. We'll go back up here. And then obviously you can switch. Now it won't let me in split screen mode. It'll say please close the split screen. But you can switch between the front and rear facing camera when you have it set normally. So we'll go into settings. You have your resolution setting. Your options are going to be SHD, 30 FPS and FHD 30 FPS. I don't know what the difference in those is, and it's not something I've messed with. You got under loop recording, so it records videos of a certain time length, and then it starts recording a new video at the end of that time length. So you can set 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. I have mine set to a 5-minute loop record. So every 5 minutes it starts recording a new video, and then eventually when the SD card is full, it will start to record over the oldest video. Exposure, don't know what that does, but you can go up to 2 or down to -2. LCD brightness, so from what I was able to tell, I turned this on and it automatically adjusts the brightness of the screen for you based on the conditions outside and I guess inside the vehicle. It detects the amount of light it's getting. I didn't like it. It adjusted itself a lot, and I just didn't like seeing the brightness go up and down while I was driving, so I have that turned off. You get on here, you have view mode, so I can set it to front camera, rear camera, or split screen. You've seen the split screen, so I'm going to put it on front camera, and I'll show you a bit of an issue that I just started having. I only use split screen today, and after turning on split screen, I started having this issue. So I back out of here. And as you can see, it's showing me almost straight up. I don't know why it has this angle on the camera. It didn't have this until I used split screen, and I'm sure it's something I messed up. But I can do this, and as you can see, it doesn't even really show the same backup image. It's again, it's got like that really like upward narrow view. So I go back, and I can go to split screen, back out of there. And as you can see, it shows me totally different images when I have it on the split screen, so that's how I've been keeping it since I tried that option, and I do like it. On the rear mirror, I have that turned on. I don't really know what that means, rear mirror. I guess that's for backing up. I guess that maybe turns on your backup camera. WDR, no idea what that means. Your G sensor, I believe, is it senses when your vehicle's been hit, when it's parked, and you have it in parking mode, and you can set how sensitive you want that to be. So you can set it to not sensitive, you know, medium sensitive, and then high sensitivity, or you can turn the G sensor off. Parking mode, I believe, is it looks for motion and it'll record through motion detection, and also that G sensor, if something were to hit your vehicle, that's kind of like your protection, so you know what happened, it'll record. I want to say 15 seconds. Even when the vehicle's turned off, and it does have an internal battery, so when you turn this truck off, it will be able to record through that motion sensor and the G sensor. It has enough battery to sustain itself if something happens while the vehicle's parked and turned off. Screensaver, I haven't used it, but you can set it to 1 minute, 2 minute, and 3 minute. You have language, a bunch of different languages, but I'm not going to go through those. Date format, you have year, month, date, year, or day, month, year. I have mine set to month, day, year. Keep going, you have your date and time, so you can set that. Mine is actually, I don't know why that says 3/2/21. It's obviously, oh, that's, yeah. So I have it set over here, it looks good. And then you have volume, you have high, middle, and low. Mine's set to middle. Plenty loud, I'm sure you can hear it. Frequency, don't know what that does. Parking guidelines, you can turn those on or off. I have them set to on. You can format your SD card from this. You can restore it to factory settings. You can view the version, model number, all that, and your SD card info to see how much space it has, how much you've used, and how much remains. And then when you go to back out of this, it's going to give you 3 options. It's going to give you time zone select. So this is, what is this? I don't know what GMT stands for. I cannot remember. I was just looking at it today. But anyways, I am in the Eastern time zone of the United States, so I am -5 hours off of GMT. You have your speed unit, so you can set it to miles per hour or kilometers per hour. And then, of course, you have GPS status, and it's showing me my latitude, my longitude, the time, and then some different things there that I have no idea about. But, and then you go ahead and back out. And yeah, there it is. So my 12 volts are hardwired to my battery, so they do not go off with the truck. And with a normal dash cam, I never had to worry about this with other dash cams, but this pulls enough power that if I don't crank my truck for, say, 24 hours, this can kill the battery. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just unplugging it, and I'll show you what that looks like. Unplug it.
No power supply, power off soon.
So it's powered off, but it still has power. And if I can even turn it on, I believe. And you can hear that. And what it does is it doesn't use the display. And I believe the use for that is to save power so that it can continue recording front and back if there's motion sensed, or if someone were to hit the vehicle, the display is turned off so that internal battery lasts the longest. You can hear it tell me, please connect to power. So I'll plug it up. Instantly it comes on. So normally if I just unplug it and then plug it back in, it'll do everything automatically.
No power supply, power off soon.
But because I was adjusting with the power button, I had to turn it on after I plugged it up. But that's pretty much how that all works. It's a great camera. I've enjoyed every minute of it. It gives you a lot more picture of what's going on behind you than a regular mirror will. It cuts out, your cab and all the blind spots that it might have. And it works great. So I highly recommend it. I give it 5 stars, and that's the AZDOME touchscreen 11.8-inch dash camera backup camera combo. Yeah, check it out. Get it. I love it. It's one of the easiest upgrades you can do to your truck. $130, and it works great. It hides well. I've got an older truck. It's really easy to get in between all this stuff. It's kind of separated over the course of 16 years being jerked around, and it's all ran through there, and there's really, you can see it comes out of here, goes in right there, runs along the bottom, comes up where the door is, fuse box and all that, up through here, across the top, and straight down. And then same thing, I've got it coming through my floorboard. I drilled a hole into this from where I ran the backup camera, and that actually comes up on this side same way as the other, and then just comes down from the top. You want to give a little bit of slack for adjustability. And then with the GPS module, I actually just use these straps that hold it to your original mirror to hold the wire to that, and I just have that mounted on the windshield instead of the dash, and it's working great. And I'll show you how this works. I just take this off, and then I take this off, and you can kind of see it just has those 2 rubber straps that hold it really tight up there to your original mirror. Give me just a second, I'll put that back on, and then we'll take a step outside and I'll show you what the backup camera looks like. So that quick, it's back on, it's ready to go, it looks good. Gonna go ahead and unplug it, that way we don't kill that battery.
No power supply, power off soon.
We'll take a look outside. So this is what the backup camera looks like. I've got it mounted actually through the screw that holds my license plate on. My mechanic had drilled a hole right here to hold the camera, and I just installed LED tag lights. They were giving a bit too much light off, and it was cutting out a lot of my picture at night. So I just took this little metal plate on the back, I put a drill bit to it, made the hole a little bit wider so it would fit these screws, and it went right on perfectly. Doesn't block my tag, so should be totally legal. And yeah, that's it. So that is going to be your AZDOME PG-17 11.8-inch touchscreen dash camera backup camera combo. Check it out, guys. I highly recommend it. I love it. And the customer support was really good. I was obviously, like I said, offered compensation for doing a review, and I think that's super cool. It's not dishonest if you have a reviewer make a review and they say, hey, I received something for giving this review. And it kind of incentivizes people to let you, make a video that lets people see the product and really get to know it and understand it. That way they can make a more educated decision when buying. So, yeah, There it is. 5 stars.